Hello, welcome to PlayStation Access. My name's Rob, and I'm speaking to you from the traditional video game summer drought, where nothing good ever comes out, and we're all really bored. Apart from The Last of Us Part 2, of course, back in June, and, oh yeah, Ghost of Tsushima, the amazing open-world samurai epic heading to PS4 on the 17th of July. So to get you up to speed, just in case you haven't been using empty wrapping paper tubes as pretend samurai swords these last few weeks, neither have we've rounded up all the important info on the game so you can dive in fully prepared. Here are 23 things you need to know about Ghost of Tsushima before you play. Number 1. Ghost of Tsushima has been made by Sucker Punch Productions, the same studio behind the Sly Cooper and Infamous series. Nice easy one to start you off there, I'm sure you already knew that. If you didn't, well, you do now. Number 2, it's set on Tsushima Island, a real place in the Japanese archipelago situated between the Tsushima Strait and the Korea Strait. Nowadays, the island is divided into 3 by 2 man-made canals. But number 3, Ghost of Tsushima, is set in 1274, a time when Tsushima was still one single island, and more importantly for the game, when the Mongols first invaded Japan. Number 4, despite being set in a real place against the backdrop of a real historical conflict, Ghost of Tsushima is a work of fiction. The game is absolutely inspired by history. One of Sucker Punch's main aims was to transport players to an authentic recreation of 13th century feudal Japan, but the characters and story are all completely original. Speaking of characters, number 5, you play as Jin Sakai, one of only a handful of samurai left on Tsushima Island who survived the initial Mongol invasion. Your clan has been almost entirely wiped out defending Tsushima, and now Jin wants revenge. Number 6, the samurai's devastating defeat at the hands of the Mongols leads Jin to realise his traditional fighting techniques aren't going to be enough to win this war, and so he adopts the Ghost style, a stealthier, deadlier, less honourable mode of combat, but one that's necessary if you're going to have any chance of defeating the invaders. You can choose how you want to play Ghost of Tsushima, either fighting honourably in classic samurai style, or you can creep about like a stealthy, stabby badass. 7. To make the game feel as authentic as possible, Sucker Punch consulted numerous cultural experts and even sent an audio team to Japan to record ambient sounds, such as native birdsong. Number 8. Sucker Punch also worked with historical sword-fighting expert David Ishimaru, so expect Ghost of Tsushima's combat to look and feel incredibly authentic. And if you want the game to be yet even more authentic, you can, number 9, play the entire thing with Japanese dialogue and English subtitles. Or no English subtitles if you speak Japanese, obviously. 10. As well as being inspired by historical events, Ghost of Tsushima is also heavily influenced by classic samurai movies, in particular the work of legendary filmmaker Akira Kurosawa. When you look at films like Sanjuro, Seven Samurai and Yojimbo and their emphasis on landscape, weather and sharp, dramatic combat, you can see that aesthetic reflected in the beautifully cinematic open world Sucker Punch has created. The commitment to beautiful cinematic style bleeds into the design of Ghost of Tsushima and means that, number 11, the in-game HUD is very minimal. For instance, instead of an on-screen waypoint, you can summon a gust of wind to point you in the right direction. In addition to that, number 12, foxes will lead you to hidden shrines, birds help signpost places of interest, and columns of smoke mark people who need Jin's help. Waypoints in Ghost of Tsushima are organic, natural, and worked into the world of the game. Number 13, you can fast travel to any area you've previously discovered. Back to the combat for number 14, and in a lovely touch, Jin can bow to enemies he's defeated in honourable combat. When adopting the Ghost style, however, Jin is less accommodating, and number 15 has various options available in order to operate stealthily. You can throw objects to distract enemies, creep up behind them, and Yeah, do that. You can even perform a chain assassination on multiple enemies, which is every bit as brutal and satisfying as it sounds. Jin can use a grappling hook to quickly scale taller structures, ideal when you're playing stealthily and want both a good view of your surroundings and a tactical advantage over the Mongols. I have the high ground, etc. Number 17, if you are spotted while in stealth, Jin can throw a kunai for a quick kill, giving you a chance to escape before becoming overwhelmed. 18, do enough stealthy stabbing and the Mongols will learn to fear the ghost, something Jin can use to his advantage, like unceremoniously skewering this cowering man, for example. Yeah, sorry mate, it's the winning that counts. Ghost of Tsushima not only gives you freedom to play how you want, you can also, number 19, switch up how Jin looks. Collecting dye flowers dotted throughout the world allows you to customize the color of your armor. Perfect when you want everything to look just so when taking snaps in photo mode, which we'll come onto in a moment. 20. Armour is not just cosmetic. Different sets of armour will enhance certain play styles. So for instance, there's armour that works best with an honourable combat style, and gear that will help you out if you want to play stealthily. The key thing is it's up to you to decide how your version of Jin Sakai looks and plays. Number 21, you earn technique points and use these to learn and upgrade various skills. 22. This is what I will no doubt be spending most of my time doing. Photo mode is a thing, and it's very cool indeed. You can change the wind direction and speed, meaning if Jin's cloak isn't blowing quite how you want for that dramatic shot, you can tweak the weather until it is. You even have control over environmental effects like falling leaves or fireflies. You're essentially composing your own art at this point, and you can even make short video clips too. And finally, number 23, there's Samurai Cinema mode, which lets you play the entire game in stylish monochrome with added film grain. Couple this with Japanese dialogue and you can essentially experience Ghost of Tsushima as if you're playing an Akira Kurosawa samurai movie. I'm definitely going to have to play this game at least twice. And that's our roundup of 23 things you need to know before you play Ghost of Tsushima. Let us know how you'll be tackling the game in the comments. Are you going to be honourable or not so honourable? Give us a like if you learned something new about the game, or even if you just enjoyed the video. And stay tuned to the channel as we're going to have lots more on Ghost of Tsushima in the run-up to its PS4 launch on the 17th of July. PlayStation